Hello, hello. Welcome to the Susie B channel. It is midnight. It's 12:10. It is overnight coffee lounge. 76 degrees outside right now. And welcome in to the coffee lounge. Hey, E, how you doing? Oh, you're at work. Awesome. Hey, you having some coffee? Some new coffee? Good to see you. Good to see you. Trying to figure out my settings here. Where's the darn circles? Where's those circles? There's a circle. so, so it's nice and cool. Got all the fans on. It was a beautiful day. It was 98 today. 98 degrees, and it was nice. It was nice. Nice to see you at work. All right. Don't you work too hard. Don't you work too hard. So it is Monday. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Uh, Memorial Day. Everybody is sleeping probably. I don't know if you're awake, but there's usually a handful of people up and about right now. Just probably can't sleep. So I just thought I'd go live for a little bit. So let's see. I guess I can pull up some news and see what's been going on recently in the news here. I saw a lot of stuff, but it was kind of like, I haven't heard anything further on the collision with the military aircraft recently over Arizona. I haven't heard anything more about that. Let's see. It's good to see you, E. I hope you're not working too hard. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. So this is all just ad BS, bunch of BS, bunch of ad BS. I don't know how the ads they snuck into my emails. I didn't have them until I think an update, and then boom, the updates just let them all come through like a gushing river of BS. So it was a nice day today. I actually pulled out my kayak and got it all ready, cleaned up, and actually kayaked for a little while today out in the sun, which is nice. Starting to work on getting a little tan. Okay, let's see. Let's pull up some, see what's going on in the news here. Cancel that, delete that. So sit down, relax, grab your coffee. I got some coffee, and my hubby got some cookies. So we got little cookies. I made me a cold coffee, and I'm gonna have me some cookies, coffee, and a smile. You're having coffee? Nice. I hope you're not working too hard. Congratulations on your shorts, E. Those look really good. Those games look really cool. Oh my gosh, somebody had, where's Domicile Acres at? Somebody posted recently a photo, a video, I'll share it, a video of a new addition to the family. Kind of neat, huh? New addition to the family. What do we got here? I wonder if anybody knows what these are. Come on, you people out in the rural areas. Tell me what these are. That would be so amazing to wake up to this. I would be so flabbergasted. I would just be beside myself. I would be the happiest person on this planet to witness all these little miracles that were born right here and being raised. Actually, they're not spanking brand new, but they're pretty small. So cute. Oh my gosh. I just love it. Cheers. Having coffee. I got caramel macchiato with some chocolate Baileys, a little whipped cream on top, a dash of cocoa powder, and some pumpkin spice. Makes everything nice. And I drizzled caramel all alongside the inside of the cup, poured the coffee, threw a splash of ice in there. Really good stuff. But yeah, this is a Dana fox. This is the mama and the babies. These are all fox. Thought they were coyotes at first, but way too small. And that's a different kind of fox. It's different from what I'm used to seeing where I used to live. We had I believe it was red fox up there. These are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I would be so happy to have these near my home. I don't know where this lady's at, but looks like she may have a neighbor. I mean, it's just like out maybe the outskirts of the city. I don't know, but that is really cool. Mikey, how you doing? They're probably a week old. Yeah. They look at them. They're running around, jumping. So strong and healthy. Aww. I just love that. I just love that. I don't know what she's gonna do. She took 41 seconds of a video, which was really cool. It's really cool. Hey Laura, how you doing? Good to see you. Oh, you're right. They'll eat your chickens right up, huh? Gobble them right up. Good to see you, Laura. Yeah, that's just adorable. I just love that. Yeah, so that's one of the things happening in the area. It's just something a little positive, huh? Just kind of cute. How do I get smaller? Make it smaller. I want to take up the whole screen. Oops. Maybe like that. Maybe like this. Maybe like this. Like that. That's better. That's so much better. So yeah, that's the fox. Let's see what else is going on here. So she said, the lady said, So I started seeing Fox come around several months ago, and now I guess I'm officially a Foxy grandma. So cute. You're doing good, sis? Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, who doesn't love puppies? But I agree, babies? Oh my God. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So that's one neat cool thing that's happening in the neighborhood. Let's see if I can find something else that's kind of cool. So happy Memorial Day to everyone. To all our veterans that we've lost and have passed, happy Memorial Day. Thank you for your service, anyone in the service. Uh, Thank you to all the ones who have passed for everything you've done for our country. And let's see, what else can we find? What is this? What's this guy dumping in the alley? Did he just dump a freaking oil from his oil pan right in the alley? What a jerk. Used car oil right in the alley and the sidewalk. Uh, 29th Avenue. It's just a jerk. These people that don't know, there's actually people that collect oil, used oil. You can actually burn it and use it for energy. I had a friend who actually worked at a body shop, and oh, are you having breakfast, Mikey? People always say that baby's beautiful and babies are beautiful, and I'm like, no, it's not. You're having toast and duck eggs? Oh, yeah, you could totally. Okay, so my friend Mike, his name was Mike also. I've had a lot of good mics in my life. A lot of good mics. I love the mics in my life. They're all really good. They've all been pretty good. Um, but he worked at a body shop. This guy was an amazing mechanic. He was a like a kind of like, I don't know if I want to say entrepreneur or an inventor, but what he did was he was great at welding fabrication, and he put together this huge tank. It was part of a generator, or not a compressor, but it was this big metal cylindrical thing. And from the body shop, they did like they did maintenance, regular kind of maintenance to cars and stuff. Well, not really. It was a body shop, but I'm sorry, he went to other places that people would dump their oil. They would take their oil there, like parts, auto body parts stores and things like that. He was friends with most of them in the town. Anyways, he would collect all the oil that people would bring, and they you could take it for free and just give it to them, right? So you're not dumping it illegally. And he would go to these places and collect all that oil, and then he was using that in this machine that he put together, and he would burn that oil, and it would that was his electricity. So he somehow hooked it up to his house. It ran, I think, off of a generator, but that was the fuel that it burned, was the oil. So I was like, what? Really cool, neat guy. Just a really cool guy. He had a horse, and he gave me his manure for my garden. And that, let me tell you, the horse manure for a garden is fantastic. Oh my God. I used to use it for starting my plants, actually just getting the soil all ready and mixing it into the soil. And I grew some huge corn. I grew everything that I put in that soil grew huge. And it was just so neat. This is the guy that's just decided that he just took the liberty of taking his oil, probably just did his own oil change and decided to go throw it in the alley. And it's so disgusting. That's not the only things that get dumped into our alleys. There's people who are indigenous around the city, and they just go and they'll do their business in a bucket all day, and then they'll go in the alley and just dump it, like behind our houses. And so that was caught on camera. That's the only way I know that. But yeah, this guy just right there just decided to just take it upon himself to just discard oil right in the alley. You could see it. He just wasn't even neat about it. He just kind of just let it just dump it all for people to just walk all over and track everywhere. He even steps in it. What a sloppy jerk. So yeah, that's disgusting. Anyways, God, which one was it? Hey Henry, how you doing? How's everything going? How's the grandkids? Good to see you. Yeah, it's been a minute. Sounds like an interesting guy, right? Sounds like a guy you'd want to punch in the face and say, "Whoops, sorry. I think I may have slipped, sir. Sorry about that." Just knock him out. People need to be taught a lesson. You know, you could probably tell them till you're blue in the face, but someone who does that, they need to be taught a little lesson so they remember what happens when they do something like this again. You don't have to like really hurt the guy, but maybe just bitch slap him a little bit. Somebody's missing a goldfish. Somebody's missing a goldfish. Mikey says, "Good morning, Henry." Henry says, "Mikey, answers to Larry, do not chase." You guys have got to see this. This is hilarious. So somebody posted this, and I think people are just having some fun. This is funny. So somebody actually posted this on a power poll, right? Missing goldfish, answers to Larry. Do not chase. May become aggressive. There's a whole whopping 15-cent reward for this guy. And the number is 123-456-789. So if you happen to spot Larry in your neighborhood, please call this number right away and don't attempt to chase him. He does get aggressive, this Larry guy. This little fish right here. Oh, Henry, well, you don't hit so hard. I mean, we just want to kind of say, hey, this is not all right around here. I mean, it's not like you can scoop that stuff up and go put it on his front porch, right? I mean, you probably could. If someone took the time to, find the guy that did this and then literally scoop up all that stuff, put it in a big bag, and then just go put it back on his step. Yeah, that's probably something I would do. Just put it right on his front porch, and with the note saying discard properly. Do not do that again. You know, that's how I would start out. I don't know if I'd invite him to dinner and ask him not to do it again. I don't know if that would work. Maybe it will. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, Larry's missing, guys. So if anybody happens to see Larry, please call that number, area code 123-456-7890. An unarmed and dangerous goldfish, right? It's dangerous. You gotta see the comments. Someone says, "Ha ha ha! We are all out looking. Do you need mental help?" Somebody says. No, I'm good. You are you see these people? It's This is clearly a joke, right? This is clearly a joke. I think I saw him leave with Nemo and Dory. Ask the turtle. They're like, with that emoji. I know. This is ridiculous. Thanks for the laugh. Someone says, LOL, good one. Cute. Thanks for that laugh. Nah, try a swimming pool. You might want to check the nearby ponds and lakes. Oh my gosh. Someone's all, really? Some people, they'd rather see crap on here than have a laugh at something funny. And I actually really appreciate people who every once in a while post something silly like that, because it's a bunch of doom and gloom. Oh gosh, here's a homeless guy. So there's an actual homeless guy on here. Oh gosh. It's just weird. I don't know how I feel about that. So they're networking and they're looking to see what the neighborhoods are saying. And it's just kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. The only way that you're supposed to be able to get an account here is if you actually live in the neighborhood. So I don't know what address he's using if he's homeless. So that's just kind of, I don't know, mixed emotions about that. Problem is you have to dig down many feet then properly dispose of it. Right, Henry? Yeah, it's never fun when the cops get called. If you're not a by him or a by her, you're a by yourself. Dog duty, be right back. All right, Henry. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. How would you guys feel about that? If your neighborhoods are all networking together, right? Then all of a sudden you get a message in here from one of the homeless people, and he basically says, yeah, I'm the homeless guy in the area with 3 dogs and a wagon. Yep, that's me, he says. So he found a nestling baby bird, and he was trying to get it to the wildlife station. And he said it's 7 miles away, so he's asking for help to get it to the wildlife station to save it. But I don't know. I don't know. You can't really befriend someone homeless because you don't know what they're into. It's basically a toss-up. You know, you don't know if they're good, if they're bad, if they're just having a bad time in their life. I get that. But sometimes these people, when you reach out to them, they kind of stick to you like glue, and they don't want to let go, right? And then first it's 1 favor, and then it's 10, and then it's 15 favors, and then it's like, can I move in? You know, it's like, no. You need to kind of straighten yourself out. It's a lot of responsibility, these people. Here's a little someone caught. So this is why you should lock your car wherever you live at night, because there's people out here, and they're driving around the neighborhoods, and So the video just played actually. So they're driving around the neighborhoods and they're walking up to vehicles and they're trying to open them to see what they can take. Hi Lex, how you doing? Long time no see. Hey Ben T. Yeah, it sounds like a trap, huh, Ben T? Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. A homeless guy in the Nextdoor app, because literally everybody on it is our neighbors. They have an address. And for a homeless guy to say, "Yeah, I'm the homeless guy with the wagon and three dogs. Oh, I found a baby bird. Anybody want to help me save it?" Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for them, but you can't. Basically, it's like having a kid till they're 18. When you get involved with one of these people, it's like they don't ever want to. They don't know when to say, "Okay, that's enough is enough." This person, and if you're so kind, they take advantage of that. So believe me, I've lived on the streets. I've been around these people. Not these people where I live, but in the past, and they're kind of all the same. They're needy. They're thieves. They're drug addicts. They're usually people hiding. They're trying to hide their identity from the law. Actually, I don't think I've ever ran across one that actually like went bankrupt, lost their house, their wife, their dog. They were all just trying to live off the system. Didn't like rules. They didn't like being told what to do. They were kind of like rebellious, and so kind of had a taste of people like that, and then just it left a bad memories. And so our neighbor across the street just had a few things missing, items out of his vehicle recently. He had like a Yeti cup and a few other things that he found, noticed they were missing. This was like last week. This is across the street from our house. I'm just like, son of a biscuit, these freaking losers. And look, that looks like a kid. What are these kids doing running around stealing? It's because they don't want to get a job. They want everything easy. And obviously they weren't raised right. Or they're just rebels, right? They like the rush, the adrenaline rush from the stupidity that they think is cool. So yeah, that's something else happening in the neighborhood. Just wait till I catch you, my neighborhood. So yeah, that's something recent. When was this? 16 hours ago. That was posted. Mikey says, "Good morning to Lex and Ben, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day, everybody." Vaseline door handles. Oh, screw that, Ben T. Put some hot glue some razor blades on those door handles. You kidding me? No, Vaseline. That's letting them off too easy. I'm all for razor blades on the door handles. They gotta be taught a lesson. They're gonna leave a finger, some of their fingers behind. Make sure they don't do that again. And these are for criminals, guys. I wouldn't do this to just normal people. These are criminals that deserve this, because obviously they're not understanding how life should be. Someone's giving away a hedgehog. Yeah, right, Lex? You using the camo terror, Laura? Hi, Rashid. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Memorial Day to you too, Lex. Mikey says, Rashad. Henry says, hi, Laura. Hey, Henry from Roger. Hey, Mikey from Roger. Laura says, hi, Henry, BFR. So let's see. What else is here? Okay, someone has they've noticed something about a train locomotive. This is specifically to the locomotive engineers, as if they're going to see this post right here on Nextdoor. It says, a message for all the train locomotive engineers. We see you back up the train and then go forward and stop. We then see you back up the train and then go forward and stop again. Then again and again and again and again. Yes, we know you have reasons. Regardless, Mr. Train Locomotive Engineer, no one likes you, and you cause hundreds of innocent people each year to pee themselves. Really? Okay, I want to see the comments on this one. Okay, here's someone pulling out the blue book on the rules and regulations of railroad crossing. He says, except as provided in subsection C, 7C, and D, no railroad shall cause a public grade crossing to be blocked by railroad equipment in excess of 10 continuous minutes. B, each period of crossing blockage shall be followed by an interval of time sufficient to allow the passage of waiting traffic. January 10th, 2025, Railroad Highway Crossings, Arizona Administration Code 145104. This was way over 10 minutes. He was in violation. So someone says that they see this often and they don't believe that they're following the new rules. New rules. So close by here, we have a major railroad track here that's constantly in service. So this is part of the traffic actually. So I think at the railroad, a train runs through on that railroad, like literally every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. And if you're caught while it's crossing, of course, you got to stop for the train. It's usually like, it seems like a freaking 500-foot train, you know, like, or 1,000-foot train or something. It's very long, and you're literally waiting like 5 minutes for this thing to complete the intersection, crossing it. So I think this is the area that they're talking about, because it does obstruct the traffic for quite some time. You literally, I've sat there at that crossing waiting for the train to go, and it was so long that people just turned around and went back where they came from and found an alternate route somewhere else, that they were tired of waiting. It's 3:42 here, says Henry. 12 a.m. Be 1 a.m. Yeah, it's almost 1 here. We're on the same time zone, Laura. Arizona and California. Mikey says, that's funny. 3:42 over at Henry's, BFR's. Sounds like a pisser, Benty says. You need rest, my back hurt me. Oh, go get some rest, Laura. I don't know, is it a heating pad that helps that? Get a heating pad, something hot. Get some hot socks or a hot towel. get it hot and put it on your back. The pee-pee train, ooh. Bex, do that, Henry says. Yeah, you're talking to some senior back pain people. What do we call those? God, it's not called senior. It's called something else. Where they're like professionals at it. Professional, not professional. What's it called? Not masters. Someone who's in pain constantly and all the time. We have many of those here. Keep an empty bucket in the back seat. Oh, right. Oh my gosh. And if you need advice on any pain, I'm sure any of these fine gentlemen would help you out, give you some advice. Geriatric. Mikey. Yes, geriatric professionals. Pain professionals. What is the darn word? I've tried to come up with it before too. What is it called? It's like, I can't remember. God, that bugs me. Okay, so what else is happening? That was nice with the train. I suggest you go and see the reason we honor those we lost and the reason for Memorial Day. Right. It's in honor of the veterans that we have lost. Because I've noticed these things. It's just a big party, but some people celebrate it differently. I mean, it's in honor of the people we've lost. I mean, you could have a nice barbecue cookout and stuff, and then have kind of like a speech or something, and in remembrance. But I've noticed throughout the years, it's pretty much one big party. Everywhere I've been, where I've been into gatherings that have had a memorial barbecue, there was never a speech or anything. And in conversation, walking through the crowd, I don't ever remember anyone talking about losing someone. Honestly. So yeah, these things have got to change. Of course, you got the stores pack up and pile up all this stuff for sale. It's usually flags and banners and solar lights and decorations, and all that stuff. Just like Christmas stuff and Halloween and St. Patty's Day and all that stuff. Chronic pain sufferers? No, that's not the word I'm looking for. So now you got me thinking about it again. Darn it, I'm going to have to look this up. Son of a gun. I'm going to have to look up a synonym for very familiar. Okay, maybe this will help if I Google it. Very knowledgeable, experienced. That's close. Is that the word I'm looking for? well versed. I think experienced is. Why couldn't I come up with experienced? Adept. Adept is good. Acclimatized. Adapted. Adapted. Very well adapted to pain. That's good. Yes. Jinx. Was drifting off to sleep Saturday night and completely forgot about my shoulder and decided to scratch my back. It was like getting shot, and that was me wide awake in total agony. What a muppet. Oh no, my key. Poor thing. You have a meniscus tear in my left knee. It's chronic pain as long as I'm walking or standing. Oh no. Are you able to get it repaired, Lex? That's what I had, but that was back in high school when I was playing soccer. That's usually an arthroscopic surgery. Usually they try that route before open knee. But gosh darn it. Is it swelling? Is it swollen? Poor thing. Oh god, that is painful. And then you need your knees to stand, right? You don't even know how much. I'm sure a lot of people do. You don't even know all the little muscles that actually do the work when you're just doing this or doing this or this or this, or just until it's hurt. And you're like, God. And then you're like, you're immobilized. You cannot do anything because of that little part of your body. You couldn't help but laughing at your stupidity. Lex, how do you fix that then? Rest? Gosh, I think I had to ice mine a lot, but I had my surgery very soon after I tore mine. Physical therapy before surgery? How is that? That doesn't sound right. Does it sound right to anybody? What's the physical therapy for? It's torn, it's leaking, it's there's fluid that's probably making it swollen. I don't get that. I already had one surgeon say he didn't want to do the surgery because it would complicate things for me in the future. That's what we all go through when we all go under the knife. There's always a chance that something could go wrong, and this is something that every surgeon should tell their patient. But you can always get a second opinion, third, fourth, fifth opinion. Just keep going to different doctors, and if you can get them to I'll take x-rays and then give you their opinion. It swells so bad I can't bend my knee at all. Oh no, Lex, you just did that to your knee? Did you fall? Laura says, thanks. You're welcome, sis. Teddy bear, muffin pie, sugar cakes, lollipops. How are you doing? Good to see you. You're in constant pain, says Mikey, with light relief from meds, but I'm talking to someone that distracts me from the pains. That's why I type a lot of random stuff too. Oh, Mikey. Laura says, it's basically just cycling, swimming, and exercises that don't hurt me. So just keeping it in constant motion. I went swimming today. That was nice. The water was actually nice to get in today. Why said what, Laura? I always thought therapy happens after surgery. That's what I thought too, Roger. That's why I was saying that's kind of fishy. Wouldn't that be hurting him more doing therapy right now? If it's torn, you don't want to. You don't want to be like, okay, Ben, this, especially if it's swollen. That's like totally backwards, I think, unless they're doing stuff different nowadays. Hey Tara, how's your thumb? It happened in October. I've been out of work since December. Shoot. December, January, February, March, April. Dang, that's way too long to wait for surgery. It should have been done at the latest 3 months after the injury. You're a construction worker, so I thought it was just regular pain. I kept going back to work until I couldn't. Aw, Lex, I'm sorry. Try fishing? Henry says to try fishing, Lex. Roger, I've had some horror stories about therapy. It's confusing. That is odd. Right, Lex? Are they making, seriously, they're making, because, okay, usually therapy comes after recovery, after surgery, or after an injury. Like I pulled a muscle in my back, and therapy followed, or the physical therapy followed, but it didn't, there was nothing, nothing was damaged. It was just pulled. I pulled a muscle in my back, so therapy followed, and that was like literally after I was diagnosed with whatever it was, pulled muscle. The company paid for my therapy, like right after. Yeah, the insurance. Yeah, it's getting them to okay the surgery, okay the the doctor visits, the x-rays. Therapy may give relief, may take a bit to get cut. Doing much better. Oh, that's awesome, Tara. That's awesome. Good to see you. Fishing sounds fun. Oh, Lex, I'm sorry. Yeah, keep that bad boy bandaged up. Get yourself a nice ace bandage and keep pressure on it. Keep it wrapped while you're up and about, out and about. Don't that thing is very vulnerable right now. Your knee. It's very vulnerable. Keep it keep it secure with a wrap or a knee brace. That'll help give you stability also, because you can just, your leg can give out at any time. You could fall, and you don't want to damage it further, because it will. With the pain, your leg can give out, especially in the situation that it's in right now. You got to be babying that knee, and you're gonna. The whole reason why the surgery shouldn't take so long is because you're gonna wear out your other side from putting all your weight on the other side so much, and that's not good for your other knee. So, if you can go get a second, third, fourth opinion if you can help it. Mikey says, I know a woman who got a new knee and she was getting up and about until a therapist visited and put her through the meal. That was her back in the bed for days, all swallowed up in complete agony. Oh God, yeah, the therapists, they're rough. And you know what? They're trained to be, because they don't accept when you say, ouch, that hurts, or I can't do it. They're actually trained to say, no, the pain is good. You need to do it. And it's like, what kind of human being are you guys? Seriously, they threw all their compassion out the window, those therapists. It's very rare you find one who's compassionate. I think they should be freaking security guards in the prison or something. They should be prison guards instead. They're just very rough. Henry says, Tara, I've had surgeries before and therapy follows after. I don't know why I'm in therapy now. Who put you in therapy? Is it your doctor, or? Because I think you're injuring it more. Honestly, I don't know what you said you tore a meniscus, but Is that your final diagnosis? I mean, if you have a torn meniscus, you should not be doing therapy. It's torn. What you're gonna do is further damage it. I'm not a doctor, but from my own experience, I was not allowed to do anything until the swelling went down, and then the surgery was scheduled because they cannot do surgery while it's swollen. And that's just stretching your skin out and then going back down, stretching your skin out and going back down, and that's just not comfortable at all. I wasn't allowed to really walk. I was told to keep my leg elevated till the surgery, not do anything on my leg. But physical therapy sounds kind of barbaric, honestly. Laura says, "Hi, Tara. Knee braces hurt me actually." Yeah, you're gonna need to get. So I've been through so many knee braces that I had the ones with the metal bars on the sides of the legs, and then they strap, so it's open on the sides of the legs were metal bars, and then it would close, fold over itself like that with the hole where your knee is at, and then a strap. You know, that's the kind of brace I was wearing before my surgery, and that's to help keep it stable because your meniscus is torn, your kneecap is just going to be floating all over the place, right? It's just your leg is not stable right now. You need to have it secured, not too tight. You need to have something snug over your knee, some kind of ace bandage, a brace. Therapy really helped with your thumb. Yeah, Tara had an unfortunate accident and really hurt her thumb. She's got pins in her thumb, right, Tara? She's recovering from that. That's just her thumb, poor thing. Demote all physical therapists to prison guards and LOL. That's exactly right, Susie. That's how your body works. You end up compensating for an injury and evolve into Quasimodo, right? Yeah. Believe me, I've been there. I'm only speaking from experience because I've had a torn meniscus right in playing soccer, and the freaking coach made me play after I injured it because he's like basically attitude, get up, you ain't hurt. And I'm like, okay, young and dumb, and and just kind of like I really wanted to play soccer, so I didn't want to let anybody down. But I ended up really damaging it more than it should have been. So it was repaired, but the pain is what gives you better range of motion. Oh God, pain is not fun. Oh, thank you, Laura. Yeah, the rapists. NT. Yeah, so Lex, gosh, get a second opinion. Just stop going to, I don't know, stop, call. Do you have some friends that have other doctors, relatives that go to different doctors? Ask them, ask around if anybody knows a knee doctor that you can just get a consultation, something, kind of get seen and tell them what's going on and say, hey, they're sending me to physical therapy and see what they say. Because I've never heard of anybody with a torn meniscus being sent to physical therapy before surgery. I mean, unless it's not that bad that it's going to heal itself, but it's torn. That needs to be scraped out and then fixed with some tendons and then repaired. So that's what they did to my knee. When's the medication time? Right now. Right now, we're having some chocolate Baileys right here in this nice cold cup of caramel macchiato. with some caramel drizzle and a little dash of cocoa powder and some pumpkin spice. It makes everything nice. Yeah, we just gotta laugh at it all. But we gotta kind of. This is our bodies, right? This is our future. This is your knees are your foundation. If your knees aren't working, then you're pretty much gonna be sitting for a long time. We'll see you, Henry. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Mikey says, later, Henry. Stop picking on the meth heads. Okay, I promise. I will honor your request for a whole 5 minutes. Well, I had an aunt of mine who had a knee surgery and my father as well, and they're all better now. Yes, ask them what doctors they saw. This is good. This is good. Go talk to their doctors. How long ago was it? Are they still around? Their doctors? Doctors retire too, and then they're like waitresses at a restaurant. They come and go. Yeah, physical therapy comes after surgery, usually after the stitches are taken out, Lex. So whether you get staples or sutures or dissolvable sutures or stitches, usually your body is ready for physical therapy once those are removed, unless they're dissolvable. Then you have to wait so long till they're dissolved. But if it's an arthroscopic surgery, you won't have any stitches, so it'll be sooner with the physical therapy. But if it's open knee surgery, like mine was both, so they tried to do arthroscopic, but they couldn't get to where they were supposed to. I don't know. It was weird. They couldn't get to the area, so they had to go ahead and open up the knee, and so I had arthroscopic. I have arthroscopic. What is it? Incisions, and then one line right up over the knee. Not very big, but they did have to do open knee surgery. And then I couldn't do my physical therapy till the stitches were taken out. So that's when all the layers of skin have fused together well enough that you could actually start bending your knee. So that's when therapy should start. But if it's just arthroscopic, which should be just 3 little incisions, where they go in with fine tools and repair, your therapy should be quicker unless it's open knee. You're gonna go get dressed, Mikey? Are you naked talking on the computer? You're gonna visit your 70-year-old friend who just happens to have 2 knackered knees, coincidentally? Aww. My knee's getting better. It might be getting worse. Oh, sorry, Lex. I can barely go to Walmart for an hour, and my knee swells up. Yeah, that's not good. When it swells up, get home as soon as you can and elevate your knee. Try to elevate it high. Lay down and elevate it up above your heart. Just get it elevated if you can. Yep, that's a lot of fluids building up. Drink tea, go to bed. Yeah. Lex, I think most knee surgeries are successful, but there's some new ones they're trialing on people I'd be wary about. Yeah, there's a new procedure that they've been working on, I think for 5 years now. Maybe more, but it's called stem cell. And you might want to ask if you're a candidate for that. I don't know if that would help with the torn meniscus, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Because then you don't need any kind of surgery. It's just, I think it's an injection. There is a procedure. You'll have to look into it. If you're a candidate for that, but it's called stem cell therapy. They actually use your own cells to repair your own body. So they go in and they remove your stem cells, right? Your cells, and then they put it in the area in a way, I don't know how exactly, but it starts to repair the damage. I believe that's how it works. And shoot, when I was well, back in high school, I had a really good doctor. Actually, my parents knew him, so ask the elders, ask your parents, your aunts, your uncles. They'll have a better idea of who to trust. And who they're comfortable with, especially sending you to. Mikey says, that's not fun, mate. I sympathize with you, pal. Right? We all do. I do especially. Sorry, Lex. Tara says, I had 2 pins in my thumbs. Went from not being able to move my thumb to moving it with no pain. Yes, the pain. The pain is when you're sitting for a long period of time, months, without moving that body part, right? So the knee, the elbow, wherever the injury is at, you're not moving it, and so what happens is the muscles start shrinking. And then when you start actually working that again, those muscles are stretching, and that's the pain. It's a lot of pain. It could be, I mean, with Tara, she's got pins in her, so she's got, pretty much foreign things in her body now, and her body's trying to get used to that. So with the knee, it's having it straight for so long and not being able to bend it. That's where physical therapy comes in, and that's a son of a gun with the pain, because all your muscles, your thighs, where your thighs are at, those shrink when you're just straight-legged all the time sitting. They start shrinking, and that's when you're, if you had like a curvy leg with a nice muscle, that starts to indent, and that muscle starts to shrink. Then you have to work that muscle again, and then that's where a lot of the pain comes from. It's all the shrunken muscles, tendons. I don't know if tendons shrink. I know the muscles do. The idea of surgery or injections into my knee freaks me out, but I got to deal with it. Yes, you want to take care of that as soon as you can. It's already been way too long, Lex. Try to get on the ball with that and find someone that you can trust. Because you don't know how much more damage you're actually. I'm trying not to scare you, but it is kind of very important. You should prioritize that, make it high priority, the best you can. Mikey says, Lex, I'm the exact same, pal. I've messed up my neck bad, and it's going to have to be operated on or something because it's been about 10 months, and it's not getting any better, and that's a big worry for me. Yeah, because, okay, this is what happens when you wait too long with the injury. What happens is it starts to develop like calcification, and then you end up getting stiff. So you want to try to like Mikey says, Quasimodo, right? He was hunched over and all like decrepit. So yeah, eventually there's gonna be arthritis in those areas. You're gonna feel the weather. You're gonna feel low pressure systems coming in. All of that. I feel all of that in my knee. Lex says, well, I remember I went to the hospital, and in the hospital they took an x-ray and said, your knee's not broken, so you can go back to work, maybe take a week off. But they weren't an what is it called, an orthopedic surgery doctor. They're just there for there's a specific doctor for the knee. These guys just took an x-ray, but there wasn't a specialist there for the knee. So they were just looking for broken bones. There's other x-rays that look for other things. So you can't really take their word for it. And they're there to actually help people with broken bones. So if it's nothing's broken, they're going to just tell you you're okay. You're back to riding your scooter? Awesome, Tara, that's awesome. You didn't get an MRI until almost February? Wow. Mikey says, I've been operated on quite a few times and I've been lucky, but I can't help thinking I've been too lucky and I might not be this time. Mikey, those big old metal sheets that you made that short with recently, was that what hurt your head? One of those? Lifting one of those up over your head? Is that why you had your friend doing it? Lex says, then they finally told me, yeah, you have a meniscus tear. Yeah. I finally went to a specialist, the orthopedic guy, and a meeting with him in a month. Susie, it's them that's messed me about. I've been jumping up and down asking for a scan since last July. And I just got one this month, so I've been making things worse myself, but I can't sit around. I know. That's the worst thing too, is after surgery, this is the worst part, is recovery. And believe me, I know. I cut my cast off to do my own physical therapy because I was tired of sitting around doing nothing. I get it. You all find your own ways to do your recovery, but I found mine, and that's how I did it. I just literally took a serrated knife. I think that's how I cut mine off, and wet an area and literally cut my cast off and did my physical therapy in one day. So that was how I recovered. But you gotta have your surgery first, and then the recovery after is all up to you. Whether you want to look like Quasimodo or normal again. Freaking Mikey Quasimodo. That's what I think it done it, Susie, but it was somewhere else. They're very awkward to lift above your head. Well, yeah, and it didn't help that you're so fashionably short. I mean, you're not sure. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think many of us know how tall you are, and what was that? An 8-foot freaking slab of metal? 13 foot? That thing was big. Like your friend couldn't even line it up right because the thing looked heavy. You needed someone like me to help you with that. You just lift it right up over your head. Here you go, Mikey. This is how you do it. Lift you up so you can lift it up. I'm just kidding. So anyways, happy Memorial Day to everybody. And thank you. If there's anyone that's a veteran, thank you for your service. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So yeah, the doctors told me I'd never walk again. Well, that was out with my second injury. And I was like, screw that. You don't know my body. I do. That's the attitude you should have. Because they don't know, they're not in your shoes. They don't know your body. They know the anatomy, and yeah, they've gone to school and they know how the body works, but they don't know your body. They know what they've been taught, and they try their best, but you know your body better than anybody, and you know what you're capable of, and you know your boundaries, and you know when enough is enough. You're welcome, Tara. So I'm just looking through the news and seeing if there's anything interesting. I was so happy to be in the pool today. I pulled my kayak out and dropped it in the pool, and of course tied a rope to it so I could paddle in place. That was the best feeling ever. Hopefully, now I'm kind of appreciating the warmer weather because then I can get in the water. The water was like it didn't feel cold at all. Like usually when I get in, I cringe, but this time I had my legs in for a while, and I was like, this is doable. I just jumped right in after I kayaked. It felt good. Did a few laps and did some kayaking. I need to do some more of that. So my body is getting way out of shape. It's ridiculous. Like all my muscle that I had here is just shrinking. It's going south. Hi, Andy. How are you doing? Long time no see. Good to see you. Hi, Ali. How are you doing, Ali? Good to see you. Good to see you too, Andy. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Thank you. Oh, this is Manon. Oh, okay. Thank you, Manon. Thank you for the thumbs up. Ali says, hey, Roger. Yoo-hoo. Shout out, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Manon. Tara says, I'm so glad to be able to use my left hand again. Right, Tara? I remember when you first came, when we met you, you were just like, oh, my thumb, poor thing. See, it's better. You're over your hump now. Now you can get back to almost back to how you used to be, right? Not completely, but better than you were. Mikey says, morning, Ali. I'm just going. I need to be somewhere at 10, and Susie making me late. Get get her. She's making fun of my height again. No, I think it's cute. You're doing good, Ali? Oh, that's good. Yeah, Mikey, buddy. I'm on my first cup of coffee. All right. Oh, cheers. Cheers with the coffee. I still got mine. So, yeah, we were just talking about injuries and doctors and people dumping oil into the alley. Let's see, what else? God, there's so many pets in here. I feel sorry for all these babies. Moratorium on high-rise development to preserve its most western town identity. If it limits economic growth, what? Stop building, yes. Yes, start building gardens and freaking more parks. Botanical gardens, more of those, and more nature. These darn developers, just darn greedy, money hungry people. What else is going on in here? I don't know how many of these posts I see. Moving and can't take their babies with them. You know, if I couldn't take my animal into a place I was moving into, I'd find another place to move into. I wouldn't give up all of that time spent with that animal for what? For nothing? It's like throwing away your boyfriend because you know they're you're oh they're not allowed to live with you. It's ridiculous. I know this is a really sore subject, but has anybody been following the um what's it called? Oh God, I can't even remember. Douchebag. Um, the P Diddy trial. Anybody? It turns out that Prince came back from the dead, kind of almost in a recording, and that was used actually in the trial. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on with that P Diddy trial. Prince spoke out before he passed. He made an audio tape as a like a witness in that trial. They used his statement, and recently Ice Cube actually took a stand, and just these are like two people that I actually grew up listening to, and I always knew that they had kind of a cool head on their shoulders, and that they've just proven it even more with their statements at this trial. Tara says, "No, I haven't," and I don't care for any of this that kind of music, that industry at all. But I just wanted to kind of familiarize myself with what's going on because that man is tied to so much stuff going on as far as the corruption and the stuff in like the music industry, and I just kind of wanted to familiarize myself with what's happening. It's actually tied into the California fires, according to a witness statement, and it's tied. He's tied to so much corruption in the music industry, and it just kind of it spreads out even more. Like it goes further and further and further, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and more people are coming forward with this tied to this guy, and it's just crazy. But Prince actually made an audio tape that was actually used against P. Diddy in the courtroom, and Ice Cube walked in there. I don't know if anybody knows Ice Cube, but I used to listen to him growing up because everybody else did, and I didn't have a choice. But he actually had decent music, and he's a decent actor, and he actually is a decent person. So I just kind of was wondering if anybody was following that. It's already been 3 weeks since your last rain, Ollie, Mikey. Didn't it just rain like last week over at your place? Remember you were running around and saying you were so busy getting stuff done? Wasn't that just barely a week ago? I've seen some stuff about P. Diddy. It all looks bad. Yeah, it is really bad. Yeah, you're not joking, by the way. It is sick. It's all awful. So there was a witness that they've been trying to get to the courtroom, but she had to go into hiding because some of his supposed his security that he hired, that he's been hiring, funding, took a visit down to this witness's house, and like they took everything from her. She said that they just took everything, so she had to move out of state, and you can find videos about it on YouTube. A lot of the stuff you kind of have to just kind of you know take it with a grain of salt, whether you want to believe it or not. But I before I started my channel, I was into a lot of research with a lot of the corruption around everywhere, and I stopped. I just stopped listening to it all. It just got I got too deep into it. Into a lot of it was gaslighting, and a lot of it was brainwashing, and just it wasn't healthy. So I just walked away from it all, and just recently decided to follow this court case thing with P Diddy. And as I'm listening to three or four witnesses, say things about what's been going on, it kind of ties into some of the past stuff that I was researching. Uh, and I'm just like, oh, that's just interesting. How some of the stuff, not all of it, a lot of the stuff that I learned in the past was all a bunch of BS, bunch of fear mongering stuff. But some of it is actually slowly trickling out. That's coincidental. So it's just interesting. It's really sad that literally in from the witnesses of this trial have been saying that you literally word for word you sell your soul to become famous, and if you don't do what they say, then they can erase you just like that. They have that much power to not get you your record deals, to not get you seen or heard, and they make sure that you disappear, kind of, pretty much. You don't get your chance to stardom. It apparently Ashton Kutcher is has a big role in plays a big role on the internet, in the internet industry, whatever, if that's even a thing. But he knows how to put uh, the stories out on the internet. He knows how to take stories down, or what is it called, scrubbing. So he has so much power to do that. So with him being one of P Diddy's buddies, he actually came forward and told the judge that he did have, in fact, enough that power to be able to do these things for P Diddy. So he actually admitted it, and he actually submitted all the documents proving a lot of stuff that he did for P Diddy, which was interesting. But he tried to walk away from the whole thing, but the P Diddy was just the way they call it, the machine, it works. You can't, you're in, you can never get out. So it's just I thought it was interesting, because things that are on the internet, like the gal, the one witness that had been talking about stuff that she had seen with her own eyes. If you look up her name, you literally only find like 8 pictures of her, and it's all from YouTube, because she went public. And you'll see another woman that has her same name, and you'll see it flooded with the other woman with her same name. But with this gal, you only find little bits and pieces of her. If anything, there's like no traces of her anywhere. So I think that that's kind of interesting too. So it's nothing that I'm really interested in. I just I like to know, since I don't watch TV, and I don't watch like the music awards. I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't follow the news. But this guy, This dirtbag. Oh God, he's in deep with a lot of deep dark stuff. I hope he gets life. That was Friday, Susie. It's not rained all month, or the last 3 weeks anyway. What? That's why I was running around putting stuff away, etc., injuring my injuries simultaneously. Mikey, you're still here? You haven't gone? Are you literally driving and on your phone? Just tell him you're going to be late. I hear tidbits about that. Carry on. It's disturbing, but what you're saying carries a lot of weight. It's nasty. Yeah, it's interesting to know because in the past I was like, okay, this is all hearsay. There's no proof. There's never any proof. But actually, the proof is coming out, and right in court, it's all coming out. There's several channels covering this trial. It's been going on for years. God, they're talking way back since 2000, since 1998, all the way back then. Shoot, I think that's the last year that I remember them mentioning from people stepping forward that were harmed by P Diddy in a really bad way. So it's been going on for a long, long time, and it's all just surfacing. It's like God, this monster got away with so much for so many years. I mean, I'm talking. There's a lot of people involved. Bieber's involved. Oh God, who else? There's so many. Can't even remember a lot of their names. Prince was the one that I was shocked by. I was like, wow. Uh, Bieber and shoot, I found an article where P Diddy and actually Jennifer Lopez were in a nightclub, opened fire, and they both went to jail. Jennifer Lopez was released because she was with him when there was a shootout in a club. And I'm like, what? You see her mugshot and everything. I was like, no way. Not that she was a shooter, but she was actually with him. And I thought that was pretty shocking. It's like, no, not J Lo, not the beauty queen. She's pretty. I always liked J Lo, but anybody that's hung out with P Diddy for all this time, they're not really good people. They know what he's been up to, and they're just covering for him. So, oh yeah, the pneumonia thing. You know what? Uh, so I was recently at a casino hotel, and my sister sent me an article about that casino, and it was just kind of something to educate myself with, because apparently their water supply there had some type of a toxin that gave you something. It was a name. I'd have to pull it up. Where is it at? It's a strange name, but anyways, it causes like a pneumonia, and it's from the water supply being having toxins in it. Almost like they didn't completely. Maybe some sewage got in it or something. Is what I kind of understood. Let me see if I can find it. But that was a big Legionnaire's disease. It's called Legionnaire's, and apparently it comes from the water. And when you're in a shower, and you're having a steam shower, right? The steam, it comes up into the steam, and it becomes airborne. Then when you inhale it, it goes into your lungs, and it causes something like a pneumonia, and it's really bad. So I was like, oh my God, well, I didn't get sick when I was there. And I didn't, I mean, I showered there, but I didn't drink the water. I never drink the water at casinos. I always we took our bottled water, even the coffee. Like they'll put coffee, and there's like no bottled water in the room, so they kind of expect you to just use the faucet water, and I never do that. Lex, that's scary, mate. Susie, I'm just about to leave. I gotta travel back. Double check. I've got my dinner money, etc. Okay, make sure you have everything. Your wallet, your spending money, your phone, uh, the gift that you're taking to your friend, taking him a bottle of wine, right? A gift, a card, something. Didn't they claim there was videos of stuff that went on? Oh yeah, Roger. There was lots of videos. They actually, in fact, they found a hard drive, um, one of those. They're orange. It's like an orange hard drive, like kind of like a big flash drive, right? And one of the guys that was covering uh, that exact statement or whatever, uh, it was confiscated. It was found in one of his hotel rooms where he was having they call them, they're like a escapade, right? They have a special word for it, but I don't want to say it on here. Anyways, they found it's a big orange square, and it can hold a lot of stuff, a lot of files. But yeah, that one of those was confiscated from his belongings. But there is a lot of footage. There's a ton of footage. Like all of these parties that he had, apparently he had cameras in all the right places to record everything. So they're not actually pulling that stuff out yet. Believe it or not, one of the people for P Diddy actually said that they didn't want any of that stuff going public. Any of the videos, it was only allowed to be shown to the judge, and they had special screens that nobody could see it from the side, the what do they call them, the bailiff. Even they weren't allowed to see it, but it was just for the judge's eyes only. With some of the footage that was shown in the courtroom. But there's a ton of footage. There's a ton. And that girl, that she's a survivor. Poor thing. Anyways, she's the one that's been saying for the past 10 years, trying to blow this all out of the water, but nobody's been listening to her. And now they want her to come to court. She's like, now they want me. Now they want me. I've been telling them for all this time, and now they want to listen to me. She's pissed off. She's really pissed. She's been running from everyone who is corrupt, hiding, and trying to live. It's really bad for her. I feel bad for her. And that's another thing she says. She goes, look, she goes, this is going to be another Epstein, she said. It's going to be another Epstein. Don't be surprised. This is exactly what she said. She goes, don't let it get to this late. Oh, and another thing that's interesting. She claims that she's the daughter of Tupac and that he's still alive. And that's really far out there. That's like really far out there. If you even know all that story, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy because this is one of the things she said, and these are the things that, especially when everybody knew that he had passed, right? They probably had a funeral. I didn't follow any of that. But when she brought up that, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Will Smith's son was actually one of the witnesses, like Bieber also. They were all introduced to that club, that lifestyle. and I forgot his name, but he said he had to do his own therapy to get over what he saw, what happened to him. So, and at I don't know if anybody remembers when Bieber was kind of out of control and everybody like really hated him. I honestly was one of those people. Didn't really like him. Thought he was just this spoiled brat acting out and doing crazy stuff. But a lot of these younger people, musicians, they had issues, and this it's all coming up now. Why they were doing the stuff they did? Look at I don't even know if Britney Spears was part of that club, but it was just crazy stuff like that you'd see a musician just going out and doing some crazy stuff, like car getting a car wreck or doing something stupid at a club or something really really bad, and it hits the tabloids, things like that. So Mikey says she carried the gun allegedly. Who, oh, you talking about J Lo, Mikey? Yeah, there's a ton of videos. There's a ton. They're all scrambling around from what I understand. But there's a lot of people behind it. There's a lot of people involved. Look, I'm so thankful I'm not part of that whole scene over there and that part of the states over in Hollywood, LA kind of area. I mean, we're just normal people, right? We're like I consider myself as nobody, but I'm just so glad that I'm not involved in any of that. Any of that. It's all parties and everything. It's like free booze, free whatever you want, but there's a price to pay apparently, uh, which is and it goes. It's so bad. It's so bad. I hope they all get what they deserve. What else is happening we don't know about? So this was like I don't know how long ago it was. It several months back when I was on Google Maps and I was trying to show everybody the Getty Museum, which is in California, that I was taken to by a friend of mine, an ex-friend now. And I went to the Getty Museum because it's a beautiful place. I'm really big into maze gardens, hedge maze. A hedge maze. They have one, but it's a shorter one. It's not so tall, and it's got a bunch of flowers and stuff. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like the center focus of the whole museum. Well, that gal who's a witness, who's basically lost her whole livelihood because of what she's seen and what she knew. She said that the Getty is like the main hub where a lot of the trafficking comes in and out of, which is crazy. Because when I was standing there on the grounds at the Getty, I felt uneasy. Um, it just felt weird to me. Just like felt it was too quiet. There was like not enough people there because it was supposed to be this famous place, a gorgeous place, but there was like a really eerie silence about it. Just really eerie. And boy, when she mentioned the Getty, I was like, oh my God, I was standing right on top of this place, right on top of whatever's underneath. She kept explaining that there was ways to get underground places through there. I was just like, holy crap! I was this close to this much danger. It was just crazy. I was like, oh my gosh. This was before I even had a clue what was going on. I was just adventuring, having some fun, and it was in the pipes here in a hospital here. Perfect place for it. Brittany Murphy died of pneumonia in the shower. Oh, is that how Brittany? Oh, I loved her. She was awesome. Uh, oh gosh. Is that how she passed? Pneumonia in the shower. See, that's what that thing I was just telling you guys about. Um, yeah, there's a lot of those. The way those some of those musicians pass is very suspicious. I think very suspicious. Even Prince, they said that his bodyguard had went to school and college and got his like bachelor's or something in accounting business, uh, and how he ended up being his private bodyguard. They think that Diddy was involved with that, placing him there because he was actually there when Michael passed, and Michael had kept saying before he passed that he knew something was up, and if he ended up uh, passing, that he wasn't, he wasn't planning on that, like not something that he was planning. So that was very suspicious. So that guy's actually been brought up several times. So he's also in the all part of that court thing. They were bringing up that guy because he was actually Diddy's main bodyguard, kind of security guy. And he came out of nowhere. He was like in his 20s, I believe, when he was working for Michael. So that was kind of weird. All these people are tied into several things, and mysteriously they're around famous people's passing. Oh, thank you, Lex. Yeah, I haven't done the coffee lounge lately. I've been actually gaming, playing some pinball, and I kind of took a break. I did a drawing. I don't know when it was, 2 weeks ago, but I've just been kind of. Well, we had company also for 2 weeks too, so I didn't have the coffee lounge open. I didn't do the coffee lounge for about 2 weeks because we had a family member here from overseas, and we were busy doing family stuff. So we'll all be on the list now. It's been nice knowing you all, Mikey. No, that's not. That's why I'm not going into very much details. We're good. We're good. We're just normal people. Don't worry. There's other people spilling the beans on YouTube we're like we're invisible. It needs to get out there though, says Mikey. These people have been getting away with this stuff forever. Yes. Uh. Yeah, I agree. Wait, what? Tupac's still alive for alive? My butt. Although I wish he was. Yeah. So this gal who's an actual she's experienced trauma from the whole P Diddy thing. She claims that she's his daughter, and she says, "I know you're alive." She goes, "You're down in the tunnels. You're down." She said, "There's cities. Told." She goes, "They're everywhere." She said, "There's cities down there. They have their own air supply. It's their own atmosphere, their own. It's like up above ground, but below. Same thing they have." She goes, "I know he's alive, and I know he's down there." And I was just like, "What? Wait!" I had to rewind it and like replay it several times to hear it right, and that's exactly what she said. And I was like, "Whoa!" They apparently he was involved in something, and they, from what I understand, they made it look like he passed so they could protect him, and now he's living somewhere else. Apparently, I don't know. I'm really enjoying this, but I'm out of here. JLo had a gun in her purse. I thought that was common knowledge. Have a great day. Oh, really? Because the newspaper said that she was released that night. because she was telling them that it wasn't hers. But you know what? That is very suspicious. These are gangsters, right? Oh God, there's so much more to learn. There's even a Godfather. There's even someone they call the Godfather behind all this. A famous musician. Anyways, I think they called him Q. He's passed now because I looked him up and he's gone. He's passed. But I thought that was interesting. Hi, Miss Joyax. How you doing? So yeah, I've been just kind of poking into what's going on with that case, and just these are a few of the things that I've been finding out, and I just kind of paying attention because the LA fires did erased a lot of things. What do we do when what do you see in these popular cases where you know they found automobiles that have been totally scorched, and what does fire do? It erases everything, right? It erases. I mean, it can burn things down to a crisp, to ash, most of the time, but yeah, that this gal says that the fire she before the fires happened, she said, watch what they're gonna do. They're gonna try to start erasing their tracks, so you're gonna see some fires. And she doesn't claim to be psychic or anything. She just knows how this industry works and what they're capable of. And sure enough, I don't know how long it was after she said this, but there was that big fire in LA, and it's a coincidence? I don't know. Moonshine Kool-Aid. You like that moonshine Kool-Aid, Miss Joyax? Don't forget about creepy Helen DeGeneres. Oh my God! Oh gosh, the stuff that I found out about her a long time ago. I won't even repeat it. I will sound like a loony bin. But yeah, there's believe me, Mikey. I did some deep diving where you couldn't even crawl your way out of the sludge that I've seen and heard and found out. Not that now that I realize, okay, is half of it even true? But I know there was a lot of misinformation out there also, and that stuff was melted into the truth, where you didn't even know what the truth was anymore and what was a lie. But I actually literally found a lie that was hidden in the truth with the microscope, literally. And I just walked away from all of it. I was like, I've had enough. This is not for me. It's not something I want to even research anymore. When the good guys were doing stuff like that, suspicious stuff like that I thought were good guys, I walked away from everything. Where's Area 51? Last time I heard from Juan, he was sick. He was in the hospital, and I said, "Why are you drinking?" And he said, "Why do you think I'm drinking?" And then I haven't heard from him anymore. I think I hurt his feelings. I didn't mean to. I just don't like being lied to, and I care about people, and you know, nobody likes to be lied to. Not that he was lying, but I even apologized. But whatever. It's too bad Spaced Out Radio sucks, though. Rob G keeps replaying all the episodes. I like when they had a live chat. Oh, really? Is he still doing the weekend things? Yeah, I mean, when stuff is just regurgitated over and over again, too, that's when it's time to go do something else. Go find a hobby. I don't know. That's what I did. And it wasn't just it was all those channels that they all talk about this and they talk about that. It's all the same stories over and over told by a different person. It's all the same thing. It's hard to actually find anything new that's believable anymore. So You just got to kind of walk away from it once in a while and get some fresh air, get some new stuff. Do go to a new, new. It's like shopping at the same mall all the time. You already know where everything's at. It's always the same thing. They just move around the clothes. They change the shelves. They move this product that was here this week and it's over there on the other side of the store now. It's the same thing. You're just like, oh, okay. It makes it look like everything's all fresh and new, but it's not. Everything's still there. It's just presented in a different way. So that's how I see it. Yeah, this is what's going on in that case. It's so there the top layer is barely being revealed, but they haven't even got to the middle layer and the bottom layer yet. So I don't know how long it's going to take for that, but it's going to be deep. It's a big, deep hole. You have a good night too, Lex. I hope your knee feels better. I hope you can get that fixed soon. With however you're comfortable with, and that you can. When you do, I wish you a speedy recovery, and I wish you comfort, Lex. I hope you can be comfortable, not in pain. Thanks for hanging out. It's good to see you. Happy Memorial Day. So let's see. I still have my news page up in here. My neighborhood. My fabulous neighborhood. Fabulous, fabulous neighborhood. It's like every week there's like 5, 6 new people moving into the neighborhood. It's crazy. I've noticed some posts where some neighbors are hearing loud bangs at like 1, 2, and 3 in the morning. And I pay attention to that kind of stuff because it's not just gunshots. Some of them have actually caught the sounds, and most of them are gunshots. But they're hearing like loud noises, strange, abnormal. My hubby comes in. Actually, he's done it several times now. He'll walk here while I'm up late, and I try to be quiet. But he'll come in. He'll come in here and he'll say, "Did you just call me?" I'm like, "No." And this is like the third time he's done this. He comes. He walks over and I turn around and he'll say, "Did you just call me?" Like, no. And I try not to think too deeply into it. Before I would be like, "Oh, I'd pull out the sage and get the crystals out and do the freaking sweetgrass and the salt and I'm just like, whatever. It doesn't affect me like that anymore. This stuff. It's just you can't let it take your power. You're just giving it room to live in your space if you approach it like that. You're welcome, Lex. Exercise, mother effer. You need an exorcism. Nah, nah. This house is full of love and happiness. The only time when there's anger here is when I'm like, I need to get out. and go into nature. That's why I have the garden. That's why I'm building the garden, our garden, so I don't have to feel like I, need to leave. But we do. We get out. You need a balance. So if you're angry, do something beautiful. Make your area beautiful. Get some roses. Plant some flowers. Uh, Even if they're just cut roses, put them on display on your table. And when you walk into that room, you're gonna feel a difference. Get some nice lighting. You know, make your house warm. I don't see anything new. Oh, we did have when was it? Last week? Our water plant started flooding. I think I said that probably live. The water plant flooded, overflowed. A neighborhood close by the plant had no water, and then we lost actually our water pressure for about an hour, I think. Something happened at the water plant recently where they it got flooded. And our water plant nearby, because it's not too far from here, I think it's about maybe a mile and a half, maybe. They have a beautiful brick wall that's like 8 foot tall around the whole place. You can't even see over if you're like even in a tall car, truck, or you have to really get into a boom truck to see over the wall because it's so tall, but it's got all these tiles on it with these patterns all the way around. They're calling it art, but I think it's very odd. But I don't put too much attention into it. But it's like these patterns, like I don't know if it's like dots or what it is. The different colors on the as a decor in the brick around the water plant. It's pretty. I'd rather see that than some gray wall, actually. Good night, Lex. So, yeah, that's something that just happened recently around here. Other than that, it's just your average, everyday crime, gunshots. Someone says, keep an eye out. What are they keeping an eye out for? Keep an eye out for what? See, I just tried clicking on that post and it disappeared. Okay, let's try to go back to it. See, what are they warning everybody about? Someone heard a loud explosion. That was 6 days ago. Someone had some officers parked across the street in front of their house, just sitting in their vehicle. So, I can't even find it anymore. Let's see. Uh, this app is so glitchy with the posts. Here it is. Keep an eye out. Oh, this was a week ago. See if I can get it to open. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend. So, second attempt to find this post. I'm going to try one more time and I'm going to give up. Okay, here we go. Okay, here it is. Okay, this was about a person living in this woman's backyard in her shed. Okay, yeah, so apparently she was unaware of a person living in her shed out in her backyard until her fence was broken. Like, how do you not know that someone's living in your backyard in a shed? Do you not go outside into your yard ever? I don't understand that. Unless she has a really big yard. Some of these properties around me, they're from the old, like the old part of Phoenix, where they were actually on acres, and then they built a development right next to it, and then kind of started developing, uh, like a zigzag around and through and all that, putting houses in developments and apartments and trailer parks, and so like a few blocks away, there's actually homes that are on acres with horses or goats or what did I see in one? I saw some goats, like a few cows. What's going on around here? There's like you'll hear chickens every once in a while, roosters. Uh, but but we're right in the city. It's weird. It's just so weird. But so unless she's living on a property like that, where her shed is literally more than 100 feet from her house, I could see that happening. But you gotta check your property though. You work Saturday and Sunday, Tara? Was it a nice work weekend? I hope it was nice. Oh, good, you're off today. That's good. What are you gonna do later, Tara? You gonna do anything? I noticed my hubby pulled out some small cutlets of some steak. He's so thoughtful. He always is mindful of what I'm gonna eat the next day. He always makes sure there's something that I could prepare. He's not around to cook, so I guess later on I'm gonna be making steak with something. I think I'll make some fajitas or something. Oh gosh, I just made a stromboli and that thing was amazing. And poor Kathy, she was in the chat for like I don't know 10, 15 minutes before I realized she was there. I felt so bad. She kept saying, "You still haven't seen my comments?" Like she came in and uh, I didn't see any of that because when you're on your phone streaming vertically, you literally only see like three comment lines, three maybe four, depending on what people are saying. If they're just saying a few words, you'll see like four lines. But if it's someone who types in like two lines worth of words, you only get like three little lines that are visible in the chat. And every time she said something, the chat would go and push her comments like out of view. So every time I glanced at the phone, I didn't see her. I felt so bad. Poor Kathy. Sorry, Miss Kathy. If you're listening, I apologize. I did read all your comments, so they were funny, very funny. Nothing here. We didn't plan anything either. Everyone I've lost, I mean, I remember them every day. I've lost a lot of good friends, and of course my father, and I think about them all the time. It's not just, I don't wait till one day to remember everything. My whole life, I've anyone that I've lost since I was a child, I think about them all the time. They always enter my mind, and it puts a smile on my face because they're all good people, and I remember them all the time, not just one day out of the year, like the Day of the Dead. I think that goes on for several days, actually. Actually, I would love to be present for one of those just to experience the mood, the feeling. Um, it's like a celebration of the dead, right? It's kind of everybody they paint their face and they kind of walk around. We have a part of the city here that's actually got a lot of murals that are dedicated to that, the Day of the Dead. It's interesting. I should actually go and take and bring you guys along and show you some of those murals. I didn't even know they were there till recently that I had a reason to go in that part of town. And there's actually a lot of cool history here in Phoenix that I haven't seen. There's probably so much more. There are a lot of interesting buildings too, and interesting things around here. That's interesting. I just seen an ad for Michael J. Fox Foundation. Smell loss and brain health. What's the connection? Parkinson's. That's the first ad I've seen from Michael J. Fox. Somebody posted a picture of the infamous garage from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And it says, "Love that there's a certain age group that recognizes this random photo and knows exactly what it's from." And it's literally, remember when, if anybody's seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where he's his buddy, the tall guy with the long face, his father has collectible cars, his babies in a total glass enclosure place in the forest, in the woods. That red car, remember that red car? Well, they end up taking this red car out, and they go out into town, and they take it to ballet. So they thought, well, it was kind of sort of valet. I don't know if it was really valet, but the guy who took it for a joyride, right? I don't know if he even worked in the valet, but he brought it back. And when they noticed the mileage was like way, way above what they expected to put on that car. Anyway, so they take the car back to his friend's father's garage where he had it parked. And they come up with this genius idea, which I'm rolling my eyes at, where they're gonna let this wheel spin backwards to try to take the miles off the odometer. In what world does that ever work? I don't think it. Not our lifetime, not this world. But anyways, that's what they did, and so they get into a conversation, and Ferris and his buddy are talking about their day or whatever, and his buddy starts bringing up some ill feelings about him and his father's relationship. So he starts kicking his car, and he's like, "I don't care about this car. I don't care." Something to the effect of, "I don't care if he finds out we took it." And so he kicked it enough to where it was on a stand in reverse, revving, right? It was on, and the car broke through the glass and fell into the ravine. So this is the picture, excuse me, that somebody posted of that movie, that clip of the car with the garage in the forest. It's completely enclosed with glass. Excuse me. That's a funny photo. Yes, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So I see 7 people in here. Thanks for hanging out, whoever you are in the chat. I don't know who else is in here. Tara's been speaking in the chat. I don't know if Rochette is still in here. Mikey supposedly went to a buddy's house. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. And I hope that you have a wonderful day today. So Wednesday, we're going to be going on a little trip. It's a day trip, but I hope to grab some beautiful footage of some nature. It'll be a little adventure, and I can't wait to share that if I can get some footage. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited. I have to plan my summer this year because I'm totally not doing what I did last summer. I'm going to do something else, but I don't want to leave the yard for too long because I have my plants here, and then I worry about little things like the bird baths not having water and they go dry, and sometimes people that we ask to come and feed the cat or something, they don't really care about those little things that I do, and they don't, they don't replenish the bowls, and not like how I do it. So these little things bother me leaving the house too long. I have to figure out a way to maybe put some sprinkler heads in there, but still they get dirty, and you have to really power wash them and then replenish the water. So I worry about those things. Because it gets hot and the birds, they get thirsty and they love to bathe. They love being clean. And it's really nice because it's right outside the window here. And I get to watch. It's very relaxing. So there's really nothing else in the news. 3 new notifications. This page is going bonkers. All right, I'm shutting you down. We're just going bonkers. Oh, you've been listening the last little bit, Rashid? Okay. Good day, all. Thanks for hanging out too, Tara. Nice to see you again. I'm glad your thumb is recovering. I'm down to the bottom of my coffee. Oh, I never even ate my cookies. I have these little cookies. They look like Oreos, but they're not. They're from my hubby's favorite store he likes to go to. These little cookies. They're good. I think I want to make. I want to do another cooking something soon, but it's going to be something that something I haven't cooked before. Trying to figure out what I'm going to make with it. I had it in my head earlier. I had a dish put together that I wanted to share and cook. God, what was it? I know one of the sides. Oh, okay. I remember. I better write this down. I need to start using my LED board. So I will. I'll do that before I go to bed. So okay, I have most of the ingredients. I think. Let's see. See. Okay. So I should cook that tomorrow, huh? Oh no, my hubby already pulled out steak. Okay, it's definitely not steak, so I'm giving it away a little bit. Thinking about something that I wonder if is even possible. Okay, I'm going to put a question mark after that. Cook some cookies? I haven't baked anything, huh, Rashid? You know, I found a really nice recipe. It's just like chocolate chip cookies, but it's so because I was trying to eat healthier, so I found a way to do it with almond flour, and they came out so good, Rashid. Oh my gosh, they were like little cakes, but they were cookies. But they were so fluffy. And there's all that's in there is I think baking soda, and almond flour and brown sugar, butter, and they made, and of course chocolate chips, and they made vanilla, you know, a splash of vanilla. They made the most delicious cookies, and we're like, whoa. The texture is slightly different, not too much. If you put enough butter in there, and you want to get almond flour, not like almond. You want to get the fine almond flour, so because there's a difference. If it's not fine, it's kind of grainy, like cornbread. So you want the fine, real fine flour. And if it's not fine enough, I think you could throw it in the processor and break it down more. I think you could do that. You don't want to put almond flour and revolve it too long because it gets hot and it'll start It'll start, actually, it'll force the oils out. So you don't want that. You kind of got to be careful if you do that. But anyways, it's not a bad idea. Actually, I do have a sweet that I could make. It's something totally off the wall that nobody's probably ever even heard of. That's not a bad idea though. Uh, I think I know. I think I know what I could do. That'll have to be. Uh, it's gonna have to be something that I gotta improvise with too, because I don't even know if that's gonna work. So I'm gonna write that down too on the board. I like to do stuff that you haven't seen before, stuff that it's not in all the restaurants. It's not in, you know, it's not part of like a recipe you've ever seen. I like to do odd things, different stuff. Like the stromboli. I've never made a stromboli before, so that was new to me. I mean, people know what a stromboli is. I didn't really, I thought it was a calzone. So calzone to me is one big huge empanada. It's basically like some dough stuffed with yams, and then the edges are pinched together. That's an empanada. That's what a calzone looks like to me, but a stromboli is actually like a log, and it's supposed to be shaped like a horseshoe, kind of, when it's before you place it in the oven. So that's the step I forgot. But still, that was so good. That was so good. But the stuff that I grew up eating, I like to. That's the stuff I like to share, because that stuff isn't made in restaurants. And what I want to cook is not served in restaurants. Not one of the sides. Actually, the main dish, the main protein is not. I've never seen it in any restaurant. Not the way I grew up eating. The way I learned how to make. So that'll be something different. What kind of cookies do you like, Rocher? So okay, so there's those two ideas right there. Because I would like to try. I would really love to have that. I still need one more side with that dish. Peanut butter? Oh, Lex, you're still here? Good night, Lex. Sleep well. I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep comfortably. You like peanut butter cookies? Oh my gosh, those hard ones, those crispy, crunchy ones. Uh, you know what would be good is like a chocolate chip cookie with peanut butter chips in it, mixed in it. Don't they make those little? They look like little tiny Hershey's Kisses that are chocolate chips, right? Don't they make peanut butter ones of those? I think that would be good in a chocolate peanut butter chip cookies with like macadamia nuts. Or pistachio. It's a different, totally different flavor. Peanuts, walnuts. I'm just saying good night, Susie. Everybody have a good night. Good night. Good night, Lex. Good to see you again, Lex. Say hello to your mama from me. Almonds would be good in the chocolate peanut butter cookie. Crushed almonds. Yeah. What am I gonna do later? I don't know. I think my hubby's working later. I'm not sure. I think he is. Maybe I'll do some gaming later on. So I unlocked a whole bunch of demos of new pinball games. I found there's two South Park ones which are hilarious. They got Terrence and Phillip in there, and when the ball hits where they're at, they're all, you know how they laugh. They start doing that funny giggle. I can't remember it right now. I think I'm getting tired. Terrence and Phillip are in there. Cartman's in there, and Kenny, of course. And just the sound effects in there is so funny. It'll have you rolling. I think it'll have you rolling. But if I do go do some gaming, I'll do just an hour because I can't do longer. Not with pinball. I'll go through a lot of demos. Uh, they have a Garfield one. Um, that one was fun. There was what was another one that was really funny? They have this creepy carnival one that's like really creepy, weird, but it was actually fun. Some of those creepy games they looked creepy, but um the layout of the pinball game was fun. And when they have a lot of lights and flashy lights and fun things like that, it makes it fun. The layout. What was another one they had this noir one, this detective noir or something. It's like a black and white pinball game. That one was fun. Uh, there's a lot of fun ones in there. I actually purchased another small package of 3 games. One is called, I think, Building Mars, and everything is so it's the pinball machine is like Mars is in the atmosphere of Mars is in the background, and there's like I think it has like planets revolving. I'm not sure. Shooting stars, but you're addressed by a female robot voice, and there is some like in the corner. There's like these big wind turbines in the corner, and then there's like what else is there? Kind of like a living hub or something. It's kind of cool. So it's that one and like 2 others that are really cool. I didn't spend too much time on those because I was playing a lot of the other demos to see which ones I like. There's so many. So yeah, I would love to share those with whoever is interested in coming by and watching pinball for a while. So I'd really like that. There's a lot of strategy you gotta learn in pinball. You have to a lot of aiming and timing things just right. Oh, thank you, Lex. You got South Park on DVD. You have quite the collection there, don't you, Rashad? I have a small collection of DVDs, and it's all action movies. If it's not a Marvel movie, it's some kind of assassin movie. Have you ever heard of Elektra? How about uh, God, what's it called? There's some really good ones. Uh, Atomic Blonde, that's a really cool one. What's the other one with who plays as that? Is that Mila Jovovich that plays it? No, I don't think so. It's not her. It's very futuristic. Gosh darn it, can't remember. But it takes place like I don't know if it's like way in the future. Uh, Gosh darn it, I almost had it. It's called shoot, what's it called? Uh, um, Aeon Flux. I think it's called Aeon Flux. Aeon Flux, the movie, not the. I think there's an animated version. It's called Aeon Flux. I think it's called Aeon Flux, something like that. It's really cool. Uh, then there's the one with the gal who's uh, I'm changing subjects here, but back to pinball. There's a Blade pinball with Wesley Snipes. Is that Wesley Snipes? And he's like animated character on the machine with his sword, and he's like slashing. I haven't played that yet, but I want to try that one too. And back to Aeon Flux. I believe it's called Aeon Flux. There's another one called mm, mm, um, she's kind of like a hybrid kind of vampire, and she's trying to save a boy. And he's like supposedly he's her. I think he's her cure or her. He's I think his in his DNA he can get rid of all of her kind of people, like the vampire people. What is that one called? God, I can't remember. It's really good though. She's really cool. Uh, oh, they have a pinball game. No, that's not a pinball game. I was looking at all the video games. There's one called not the Last of Us, but there's a character in there that looks just like Keanu Reeves. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but it's not. It takes place in a futuristic world too. It's a video game, and I was like, kind of watching the demo, the trailer of the game. I'm like that. It even sounds like Keanu Reeves. I wouldn't doubt if it is if he did the voice for it, because it looks just like him. My God, the beard, the black hair, straight, and he's one of the characters. But the storyline is like I'm not sure if I could follow it. There's a lot of shooting in it and stuff, which is okay. But it looked good. Underworld, yes, Underworld. That's not quite yet. Maybe I could look it up. Her name is E in the movie. They call her E. Let me look it up. Who what character? I think it's the same gal who played the character in Underworld. Um, um, no, it wasn't Underworld. This is an older movie too. Shoot, what is it? I think it is the same. Who is that lady? What was that lady's name? I'll find out. Kate Beckinsale. Okay, so I just looked for her movies because I think she was the character. Pretty sure it was her. Okay, there's Underworld. That was such a cool movie. I just loved her. I just loved her character in Underworld. Pretty sure that's who it was. It was you. It's either her. I don't know if I'm getting her and Mila Jovovich mixed up. Pretty sure it was Kate Beckinsale. It wasn't Underworld. Come on, give me movies, not. Van Helsing too? She was in Van Helsing? Really? What's going on with my hair? God. I washed my hair today and it's just okay, okay, there's Underworld. I'm trying to look at the movie in my head. Okay, so she can walk out during the day. It might be Mila Jovovich. Let me. It might be Mila Jovovich. 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 No, it's not Resident Evil. It's not Fifth Element. She wrote a. God, am I getting two movies mixed up? I think she rode a motorcycle in this one. Okay, I'm not being specific enough. Okay. Here it is. Here it is right here. Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet. Have you seen Ultraviolet? That is the coolest freaking movie. If you like movies like that, action kind of assassin, female, I like the male assassin movies too. I like all of them. There's specific ones that are my favorites, but this one is called Ultraviolet. It is so freaking cool. It's as cool as I mean, it's not Mila Jovovich, but it's as cool as oh gosh, come on, brain. Lucy. It's as cool as Lucy. The stuff that Lucy did once she had all that, what is it called? That stuff, that blue stuff in her that got broken into her stomach. She was so badass. You've never watched it? Oh gosh, Rochelle. Put that on, get comfortable. Get your drink. Make sure you don't have to get up anymore. Get comfortable. Put that on, and that is so badassery, really. Excuse me for my cussing, but it's so freaking cool. It is so freaking cool. Ultraviolet. It's a 2006 movie, but it is so freaking cool. Oh my god, it's just awesome. It's futuristic, right? It's cool. The effects that happen in the movie are really cool. You might like it. I think it's cool. I'm just kind of goofy that way, but really cool. Really neat. I can't believe I got her mixed up with Kate Beckinsale, but still, this is good. She's good in all the Resident Evils too. Those are good. I love the Resident Evils with her in there. She's just a really good actress. I mean, I don't know if she does her stunts. That doesn't matter. It looks good. It looks good. But yeah, Ultraviolet. Oh, she's called V, not E. V, because her name's Violet. But sorry, I totally had it wrong. No wonder I couldn't find it. Excuse me. Ultraviolet. Hey, Decipher, how you been? Good to see you. Yeah, we were just talking about some movies and food and little hint of world news and local news and Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day to you. We were talking about medicine and surgeries and physical therapy, and what else have we covered? Cookies. Sweets. I got these cookies. They're not that great. I mean, they're okay. I wish I would have remembered I had them. I would have been dunking them in my coffee. Shoot. They're just hard and crunchy. There's probably a bunch more movies that I haven't seen with her. I'm sure there's several that I haven't even seen. The Resident Evils were all so good. She's in one called Monster Hunt 2020. Never seen that. That's real. You can't trust YouTube nowadays. YouTube's people. I'm surprised the stuff that people get away with putting in there. Trailers to movies that don't exist. Has anybody seen those? Cookie Monster. How have you been, Decipher? It's good to see you. Are you the Cookie Monster? Gosh. Mila Jovovich and Kate Beckinsale in a movie would be really cool. And if you got Jennifer Garner too, that would be cool. Also, who plays Atomic Blonde? God, my brain. Is that Kate? No. Who plays Atomic Blonde? Oh, Charlize Theron. She plays Atomic Blonde. That is such a good movie too. My gosh. Was it called Red Sparrow or something like that? That's also another good movie. I mean, all these like assassin movies, they're all pretty much the same. It's like a double agent. They're working for both sides. They're really good at what they do. That's Atomic Blonde is like that. That's really good though. You've been in the hospital, honestly? Don't tell you. Don't tell you sick about off-world experiences. West March straight there. 3 months and oh no! What happened, Decipher? Oh no! I'm glad you're out. Are you okay now? Oh no! Did you have a breakdown? I'm sorry to hear that. That kind of reminds me. If you want to share, you don't have to share that. If that's very personal, you don't have to share it. But I'm glad you're okay now. You're doing okay. You're better. Just because people are in a mental health facility doesn't mean that they're actually mental. Some people go in there because a breakdown. I believe me, I worked in one, so not everybody that goes in there is loony bins. So don't judge. Don't judge. But yeah, God, 3 months? Decipher? Shoot. Glad you're out now. I hope everything's better. So that kind of reminds me, I had a weird dream recently. If anyone cares, it's 3 o'clock here. I'm gonna probably close it up soon. But I had this really odd dream recently. I think it was 2 nights ago. I woke up, so it was in the morning, midday, when I get up. Anyways, see if I can. There was a certain thing that happened in this dream where I actually saw. You know what a weather cell looks like? It's kind of like one that's like been revolving and swirling in the sky. It's a cloud that kind of looks like it's getting ready to dump a bunch of rain, but or it could be something that looks like it's getting ready to form a tornado. Uh, the, so okay, so I'm trying to look at this dream here. So I was it started out that I was leaving an area because I think there was a volcano getting ready to erupt. It was this big mountain, and it kept shifting, really weird, and a bunch of clouds are coming off of it. And so I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of this place, but not like I had plenty of time because I knew that it wasn't it wasn't something that was going to happen like in the next hour or two. I knew I had time to get away, so I was planning on relocating away from there. But there was this big mountain, and so there was like clouds around it. Anyways, I ended up kind of by the beach, and okay, so D7 says apparently if you have schizophrenia, you have lesions on your brain. Mine was fine. Okay, that's good. That's good news, D-Cypher. That's good news. And being diagnosed with schizophrenia, now that's just bear in mind that that's something that is taught in school, right? In their schooling. So it could totally be something else that we really don't know what it is, right? But I'm glad you're out. I don't always agree with diagnosis, the diagnosis that people would come in and get before they left. But anyways, I'm glad you're out. So lesions on the brain they think that cause schizophrenia. That's good. That's good that you didn't have any. So in this dream, I ended up towards like a coastline. I remember a sandy beach, and I was walking towards it, and there was like these. Literally, I even touched them. I felt these things. So imagine a planter. Imagine the top part of a big planter, a clay pot planter, tall, not too tall, maybe 3 feet tall, and it had like if you were molding dough, and you made a circle and you kind of ran your hand across it and then squeezed and then ran your hand across it again, squeezed, and kind of made that texture. It was like that on the rim of this like pot. And above this pot, there was 3 of them. There was storm cells just sitting above them in what's the word? Stationary. And it was on this beach, and there was 3 storm cells, and they were alive. They were like a miniature storm cell, like ready, waiting. Like it's hard to explain, but there was a pot, so it was like a big old planter pot. And I remember when I walked by it, because I was in awe. I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy weird." But it was like a storm cell. It looked like a funnel cloud above each one. And when I walked by it, I actually touched the pot. It looked like a clay pot, but it had that texture around the top rim. Kind of like if like I said, if you have clay or dough in your hand, and you have this long ring, like a dough ring, and you rub your hands, it's still soft, and you squeeze a little bit, and then you let go, and then you go down more and you squeeze. That was the texture, and it was kind of like it was molded like that. Anyways, that was like part of the dream that I remember. What else was in there? I should have wrote it down. But the volcano, it wasn't like a volcano. It was like some big mountain that was gonna do something crazy weird. It was when I was looking at it, it was like it's definitely alive, but it was like there was like a lot of like fog around it, mist, or but it kept shifting really weird. I don't know, it's crazy. I've had some crazy dreams like that lately of nature doing weird things. So weird. A CCV is a conscious containment vessel, a new soul ready for Earth, or an old soul that has passed. Oh, okay. CCV. Old souls that have passed. Are you talking about the pots that I'm describing? Oh, okay. That's your interpretation of it. I've never seen anything like it. They did look like little storm cells, though. That's an interesting interpretation of it. They were definitely alive and like like little weather cells. It was kind of interesting. But it was like right on the beach. There was sand, so there was a beach there. Can't remember. There was something else that was strange that I can't quite remember. But those pots, so like the reason why they stuck in my head is because I actually touched it and I felt the texture of like a clay pot, but it was smooth and fired, of course, like in a kiln. Yeah, the three pots. Yeah. So a consciousness containment vessel. That's interesting. Yeah, because that stuff is like that's bizarre stuff that you would never think of seeing. Like if I put that in a painting, if I painted some of my dreams, you guys would really be like, "What's going on in your brain?" Just some of the weird stuff, like some of these really these events kind of happening, like this big, like the Iron Pig. Actually, it was a pig wearing armor, trotting behind a really overly sized old Chevy truck, like a 50 something, or a Ford truck. I don't know if it was a Ford or Chevy, but it had a rounded front, rounded windows. It was just a two-seater, three people could probably sit in there, but the man driving it was like a red beard, and he had like a pet pig following him. It was his truck, and that came through right after this huge. It was like a storm, but it was more like earth moving. Earth moved by, and then it created a dirt path. And then on that path, there was a truck, a man driving a way overly sized truck, like cartoon size, overly sized, driving down the path. And I watched him drive by, and then right behind him was a pig trotting, wearing armor. The truck was like rusted and reddish rusted, and so was the pig's armor. And he was like this really big pig, like really big, but he had armor on. So what the heck? What the heck is going on in this scene? I'm just like, that's different. and I'm totally sober, right? I go to bed sober, I wake up sober. I don't partake in anything, any recreational uh, substances. Totally, other than a little Bailey's in my coffee, that's about pretty much it. Um, I think I tried a gummy the other night, and I was just like, oh, okay, that made me really tired. But other than that, that's because it was gifted to me, and I've never really had one before. But it didn't really. So yeah, this was different, and it seems like lately I've been having dreams of nature doing odd things, weird, very odd things, very very odd. It's just I'm like, why am I dreaming of this stuff? Because well, I don't watch TV no more. I don't listen to the radio. Uh, I don't listen to anybody else's music really, other than people I subscribe to on YouTube. But honestly, I don't. I've kind of cut all that stuff out of my life, so I think my brain is scrambling to figure out what to like produce in my dream state. It's just making crap up. What's going on, brain? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But usually people dream of things that they're seeing in their everyday life, and or I don't know. I need to sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. Whew. Yeah, but thank you, Decipher. I'm glad you're out now, and hopefully you're doing good. You're doing better. Good life support. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I just had to sneeze. I think the fans are blowing dust around. But yeah, it's good to see you, Decipher. I haven't seen you in a long time. I hope everything is you can straighten everything out, and that you're doing better. I hope you get through whatever you're going through, or I hope that you've gone through it and you're doing better. Hey, Marcy. Yeah, I'm Aztec and Spanish and Portuguese and a lot of other European stuff. You go to New Zealand, really? How are you doing, Marcy? I haven't seen you in a long time. That's awesome. I bet you're excited, huh, Decipher? Hello, good life. Ja. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Also, to pick some stuff up, she is moving to retirement village. Oh, you have to go and collect some things, huh? Okay. That's what they call it, a retirement village. Hey, Isaac, how you doing? Good to see you. Everybody's up late, or they're up early. I don't know. I'm up late. Yeah, so that's just kind of the weird dreams that I've been having lately. A lot of nature stuff with nature. It's just the kind of stuff that when you look at, you're like, that's not even possible. It's almost like a huge tidal wave coming, right? But it never crashes. Or you wake up before it does. But if you stare at it long enough, well, in my experience, it like never crashes because I actually stand and keep watching it. But it's just kind of doing these weird things, like it's tricking. It's like very trick. It's deceiving almost. I don't know. It's just weird. Those were a long time ago. I used to have those dreams a lot. Oh, it's 8:15 p.m. Oh, we're in Australia. Oh, Isaac. Oh, Isaac is in the ring with Silas Simon, going one on one, toe to toe. Crazy Isaac. You're so silly. Well, have fun, Isaac. 8:15 p.m. Yeah, so later on, I think I'm gonna get back on my kayak and kayak some more, get some exercise. Hopefully, it'll be warm enough to swim again. And oh, there's my cat telling me where's my snacks. So when I wake up, I gotta do my honeydews. So basically, a few house chores. Then I gotta get myself together, fix something to eat, and then depending on the weather, if I eat, then I'm definitely gonna go in the pool after, not too much after. Don't go swimming after you eat. But I'm gonna jump in the kayak, and I need to re-situate it because I'm kayaking in place, but the rope that I'm tied to needs to be doubled. So the rope needs to come out like this and not just straight like this, because then I'm like all over the place like this. I'm like, oh. So I need to create a better stability. So I have to figure out how to make it more like stable in the rear end so that I'm not like doing this, you know, bobbing and weaving. You're awake? Rashid says, hey, Isaac. I feel through my dreams they do not like us to be awake. Yeah. And then every so often, like one of the actors will pop in my dream. I think the recent one was Happy Gilmore, right? What's his name? Guy from Happy Gilmore. It's like, what is he doing in my dream? What's his freaking name? Come on, give me his name. What's his name? Adam Sandler. Thank you, Rashid. Yeah, he just like popped in my dream. I was like, what are you doing in here? And it was so weird because like we knew each other, we were friends, right? But it was just weird. It was like we had known each other for a long time. It was just so weird because in the dream I was very comfortable, like a very close friendship. It was just weird. So I felt like a familiarity with him in the dream, and I woke up. I'm like, Where does this stuff come from? I don't even watch TV anymore. I don't actually go out of my way to watch Happy Gilmore or Adam Sandler for anything. I mean, I know the movie, but I don't think I watched it a long time ago, so I don't know. So, gosh, I hope everything is fun for you, Isaac. Get some orange juice. Anyways, I gotta go to bed, guys, and I'm gonna close her down. It's good to see you guys who popped in. And happy Memorial Day to everybody. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and don't work too hard. Relax and have a good meal. Do something fun or relaxing, and I will see you guys later. I have to be careful going live outside in this heat because my phone overheats. But if I make ice packs, I have ice packs. I could try, but it's just a lot of work trying to hold the phone and then be out on the water, and then if it falls in the water, it's not very fun. And putting the phone in a bag, I lose signal. So there's just a lot of crap. I don't know. But anyways, I'll probably see you guys later while I'm gaming or cooking something. So it'll be one of those. Outside in the heat isn't going to work very well. I have to really plan it very well. But we'll see you guys later. You had President Biden come to your dream. He wanted to drink a bottle of whiskey that my dad was saving for 30 years. I told him he was a drunk and to go get his Secret Service to go get some. Good for you. Ooh, Decipher. I had a dream about Obama years back. I was actually in the Oval Office. It was one of the offices. It was similar to the Oval Office. It was definitely in the White House with Obama. And I don't know what the heck that was about because I never thought about the guy. Just, it was around the time of his presidency. I think so. But yeah, that's like the last person I would have ever wanted to dream about. So it's just weird. But yeah, I kind of understand the Biden dream. Isn't it weird? Because I've had dreams of other celebrities also. I think I've shared them with you guys before, but that'll be another show. But yeah, that dream was bizarre. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. It's good to see you, Decipher. And good to see you too, Marcy. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you're having a good, hopefully you have a good Monday. Great week. And you too, take care too, Decipher. Good to see you again, honestly. Much love to you guys. And we'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Have a good evening to you, Decipher. Sleep well. And we'll see you guys soon. Teddy bear, muffin cakes, sugar pie, lollipops. Moonshine Kool-Aid. Aww. So we'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Happy Memorial Day to you guys. Try to have a good day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right. I'll see you guys.
walked into a coffee shop. It's waiting for me. Over on the counter, what did I see? Cup of coffee for Susie B.